Hello, hope you're having a nice day. You might be familiar with alignment such as toe and camber. Caster is another form of alignment, but instead of changing the angle of the wheels physically, we change the angle of the point they're steered around. Imagine a line going through the diameter of the wheel. The angle of this line is the caster angle. Positive caster is when this line leans backwards, so hits the ground ahead of the contact patch. This is the only form of caster used. Most cars will have around 5 degrees, but more is possible and not uncommon on sportier cars. On a double wishbone suspension, caster angle is created by moving the ball joints of the suspension arms, which rotates the steering knuckle. Caster is used for 3 reasons. It improves stability, steering feel, and grip. If you've ever used a shopping trolley, or rolled around on an office chair, you'll know that the wheels always want to trail behind wherever you're pushing. This is because a wheel wants to follow the point it's rotating around. It's the same for a car. With positive caster, the point the wheel is pivoting around is ahead, so the wheel can follow behind, making the car more stable. For the same reason, caster gives steering feeling. With more caster, the steering wants to return to the centre quicker. This translates to heavier steering that gives you more feedback. This is because of what's known as mechanical trail. Looking at a wheel, we can see the contact patch and the point where the caster angle hits the ground. The gap between them is called the mechanical trail. The tyre creates a force in cornering, which pushes around the pivot point and turns the wheel straight. Caster is the simplest way of increasing the mechanical trail, which, thanks to law of the lever, increases the force straightening the wheels. Finally, caster improves grip by changing the amount of camber you have as you steer. I made this diagram, which I'm only including because at one point I was proud of making it, but I think it's better to actually show it happening. This car has 12 degrees of caster, and I think you can see quite clearly how this wheel gets negative camber as it turns inside, and positive camber as it turns outside. You can calculate this camber change using this equation. Full credit to Andrea Marziali, who came up with this and shared it in his lecture Physics of Racing, which I'd 100% recommend watching. Link to that in the description, and I have verified this equation myself. This camber gain is very useful, and exactly the camber you want in cornering. There's a reason race cars and oval run negative camber on the outside wheels and positive camber on the inside wheels. When it comes to tuning, adjust this with your force feedback or power steering, because you can very easily make the steering too heavy to be easy to drive. If those aren't options, only use as much as you can handle. With more caster, you can also have less camber angle, which means you can have more grip in a straight line. But as with everything, there's a point where you stop benefiting. Hopefully this has been useful. Thanks for watching to the end. Remember to subscribe to Boost and Ethanol for more, leave a like if you've enjoyed, and ask any questions you have in the comments below. Goodbye.